I dropped my kids off at school, and I decided I would take a walk. I used to walk this park a lot when I wasn't working that brief time. I'm off today. I go in tomorrow. I watch Sister Wives, season 18, episode 10. They started off with celebrating Easter. And it was something that they didn't do, but Robin did. And instead of Robin taking her kids and celebrating with her mom, the whole family decided they would celebrate a form of Easter. But they had never had. So it wasn't something of their comfort level. So Christine says whatever Cody did not lack, that is what she's doing now. So she is celebrating Easter. They, at least Christine was seen, boiling eggs and putting money into eggs, and all the children were over dyeing the eggs. And the rule was for them to find 5 eggs each. And that would, equalize it. I like that playing field. Because, sometime at Easter, even at church, if you're hunting for eggs, somebody may have 15 eggs and another person may have 1 and they're not happy. So I like that idea of making it equal. Okay. So then we go to Christine and Janelle having their discussion away from the family who appears to leave or go somewhere else. They're in a 4-level place, so they can easily sit and talk. And what stuck out in their conversation is that, yes, Janelle is not ready, but I bet all of them look back at season 18 and they are glad they are gone from Cody. So she describes their relationships as friends with benefits. She shares that she did go out, as we know, for her birthday with Cody, but he didn't come in afterward and she didn't want to, she claims. And it's been 2 weeks and she hasn't heard from him. So we know that's not a marriage. And what really stood out was Janelle saying that she would be part of another plural family. And I think Janelle doesn't feel good at the moment about herself. And she thinks that's what she needs. And she claims that it's because she's such an independent person. Well, guess what, Janelle? You can be independent and totally married. You can still, at some point, maybe once a year, because you do have to spend some time with your husband, go out of town with your friends or your family. You can get a job and you won't be with him for 8 hours. And he'll be okay because he'll be doing his thing, working or whatever. And he, too, can spend times with the fellas and traveling alone. So that's not an excuse to want a plural marriage. Sorry about all the noise. So I wish Janelle well. I hope she's changed her mind about that she's beautiful enough. And you don't have to get totally slim for any man. If they're going to love you, they're going to love you for the way you are. And just continue to work out and eat well and drink your skinny juice and be your beautiful self. And the man will come to you. Maybe Christine's husband, they're married now, he can introduce you to someone he knows. But do it when you're ready. Don't just jump into something to have a mate. Enjoy your children, your grandchildren, and being with yourself. They show Mary in Utah at her bed and breakfast. And, sometimes you have a close friend and you can always slightly put that friend down because, unfortunately, there's always some kind of imbalance. Even if you're both are beautiful, one may think she's prettier or thinner than the other. or smarter than the other. Somehow there's some inequality. And I see that in Mary and Jen, because Mary is ultimately her boss. She's let us know that. And she even said, "Hi, I'm Mary, and this is just Jen." And she laughed. But I don't know if Jen is going to be her friend forever, the way she, kind of put her down. She's too much into her husband. And I know it does happen in relationships where the man, he will mess around with the best friend or the friend who is always around. And it could be for any reason. Problems with his relationship, because one is prettier, one is sexier, one has more money. So I wouldn't have my husband always around Jen. If I were you, I would let him come around and do things for Mary if I'm there. Just don't pull up to a crib and ask to wash her car and I'm not around. Just saying. Put some limitations on your man. I mean, I think everybody does that because they know men, and they especially know their own man. So I'm just saying, because Jen may say, "Hey, I don't have anything to worry about." Hey, I'm just saying, people do fall in love, and it changes their whole life. I mean, look at Robin and Cody, what they did to that family. So Christine is preparing dinner. This is after Easter. And it's July. And she has prepared dinner for Janelle and her kids. And they're sitting around the table eating, and they're talking about what they're going to do for the upcoming holidays. That would be Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we're already around, so I think I'm going to keep walking. So what they decide to do is perhaps Janelle is going to be at Logan's place for Thanksgiving. They may get together for Christmas. But Christine, she has to do what the producers want her to do. So she brings up the fact, and we all know that what about the whole family? And Janelle is like, "Oh, you're talking about Mary and Robin." And she was like, "No, I don't expect us to be together." She even said in confessionals, sitting on the couch, that she didn't expect to have holidays with them ever again. And she's right. Don't have holidays with them. You won't be at peace. It'll be all tense, just like Christine said, because they're sitting there surrounded by people who they love and love them, and they're happy, and they're at peace, and there aren't any motives. But what stuck out at that table dinner is when Garrison said he spoke with Cody not too long ago and said that maybe they can meet at his house as sort of like a safe spot, an in-between, where everybody can come and be at peace and feel welcome, instead of them trying to go to his house, like Cody claims, with Robin. They don't like Robin. They see Robin as a person who helped the demise of all of their relationships. They even see Mary as allegedly helping that to happen and allowing that to happen and being hoodwinked or manipulated for that to happen. So it'll be a long time, if ever, they truly respect Robin as their mother figure. So it wasn't really resolved because, they got a while before Thanksgiving and Christmas come, but they know it's not going to be with those people. So we get to Robin bringing the kids over to visit Mary. She happens to have Aurora with her. I don't see her dating, of course, the oldest son, never do. But I don't see the middle child, her daughter, Brianna. And I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but to think, where's Brianna? And maybe she just wasn't on camera that I noticed. But I'm like, I hope she's not at home with Cody by herself. Isn't he pictured kissing her dead in the mouth? I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because Cody is not a very good person. But do I think he's like that? Hopefully not. But anyway, I noticed that Robin's children, the little kids, Solomon and Ariella, did not say, "Hello, Mommy Mary." They said, "Hello, Mary." So they don't see her as another mother. They see her as their dad's ex-wife or perhaps their mama's friend. That's it. So as far as Janelle and Mary thinking that they are tied to Cody at that moment, this particular episode, this particular season of their lives, to Cody by religion, they are not. I'm sorry. People take religion, I don't want to say too far, but this traditional sense is bad. Religion to me, all religions, if they're involving God, it's all about love. And Cody is not showing love. So it's already over. Like Janelle said, there's no panel, preachers, ministers that she can go to in the church right now, since they're not in the church, and say, "Hey, I need permission for this to be over." I mean, Christine laughed. It's over when Cody says it's over, when Cody's behavior, which is prevalent, says that it's over. I mean, they even said, at least Christine brought it up, that, hey, I wouldn't mind a family reunion once a year with all these people, including Robin and Mary. And Janelle was willing to go along with it, but she said, she really does not want to see Mary or Robin, anytime soon. She don't even run into them. She hasn't seen them for at least 6 months. And Christine has not seen them since she saw Robin the night before she left Flagstaff. And she hasn't seen Mary since the graduation party for her daughter. That would be Isabel. So she's fine with it. That's a big girl. That shows you she's over Cody. She got a man. She's happy. She can deal with him and his new family just like any good ex-wife with children would do. And even Mary said she's open to it. I mean, she had to live with Janelle and Christine before, so she has no problem with getting together as a family for the sake of the kids. And that's what Christine said, for the sake of the kids. But guess what? Robin and Cody said no. They said, Robin in particular, that until these things are resolved, there will just be trouble and fighting. She doesn't want to do it. And Cody says, with the relationship he has with Christine, how she and Janelle work together to keep his kids away from him, that he can't do it. So guess what? When Robin said that every time that there's a holiday, that she gets emotional and she gets depressed about how the family is together, every time the family wants to get together, Robin, you don't want them to be together. You throw a wrench in it. I mean, they can't get together to give each other Christmas presents. They can't come to your house because of COVID, because of the bickering. But it starts somewhere. It starts somewhere. You have to go to a place where everybody can talk. I mean, my sister and I, let's be real, we weren't getting along. That's the one that's a year older. We didn't sit down and talk about it. We just went to Los Angeles together to see a brother we hadn't seen in 39 years. And you just do it. That's the beginning, when you're able to get together and just communicate. When you're able to do that, that's the beginning of some kind of friendship and building into being a family again. But you have to be willing to open your heart to do that. But Cody, I actually respect Cody for saying in this episode that he's with the woman he loves, and basically saying he is monogamous. He's always at Robin's house doing things for her, just like Jerry, Jen's husband, is always doing stuff for Mary. So it is what it is. And maybe they have gotten better at this point. I think now, it's a year later or even 2. So the whole relationships might be better. But from the recent photographs I've seen, Cody and Robin are going strong. And I'm at 1,000 subscribers plus. Woohoo! I'm happy about that. Thank all of you who listen to me, who watch me, who want to hear what I have to say, who's interested in what is going on with Teach Jackie. I really appreciate that. Now, the next episode of Sister Wives show Isabel and maybe Truly in the house at Cody's house. And Isabel has her arms crossed, and so does Aurora. Like they're not interacting, they're not talking. But I know what Isabel's thinking. You got my daddy, and I don't really have much to say to you. What do I need to say something to you for? He didn't come to my surgery. He chose to be with you. Just like Christine said, until he does something really bad, that's when Janelle will know it's time to go. Speaking of which, it's time to go. And looks like my Kelty is going to tell Christine and her sisters that she's expecting, and brother, next show, that she's expecting another baby. And we know that she does have twins and another little one. So we look forward to that. So with that said, I have to make myself around the pond, my second trip, and that's enough for me. I have a lot to do at the house, and I have to get ready for tomorrow. And Bola G happens to be going to Nigeria today. So there are things to do. So with that said, everybody, again, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Peace. Have a great day. And this is the longest video I've ever made. Have a good one.